stop looking at the light and let's start looking for calling. What would you call to do? Your purpose. You have a one of one fingerprint. So if your fingerprint is one of one to if you commit a crime, they're going to come get you no matter where you move to. Imagine how unique your ideas are. Imagine how unique your calling is. If your fingerprint, something simple, is that unique to where they're going to find you, they're going to locate you. My ideas gotta be unique. My ideas gotta be one of ones. You know what I mean? So I would say find the uniqueness in you. Though I didn't look like, bro, you know, I put these masks on trying to, okay, I don't look like a Nick Cannon. Well, I'm gonna be funny like him, you know, and I lost my own identity. But when I did begin to start looking for calling and my true identity, I started to find those gems that was inside of me.
But it's holding on when it feels like all is falling. How do I reach out when I feel I'm all alone? When I feel all alone. How do I move on when you're the one I put my trust in? All you require me is only just believe. I'm covered by your grace again, all washed up and cleansed from sin. No longer will the devil win. You've gave me victory.
Welcome to the Art of Rebounding, where setbacks become setups and your bounce back is your breakthrough. I'm your host, Harold Lefty Williams, former pro athlete, motivator, and believer in second chances. Each week, we'll dive deep into stories and strategies built on positioning, persistence, and purpose to help you rise, rebuild, and reclaim your next chapter. This isn't just a regular podcast. It's your permission to rise again, and this time with purpose. Today's guest, oh man, check it out. Call somebody that knows somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody.
Hit them up.
Super duper excited to have bro on the show today. He is, where can I go with this? I mean, so many ways I can go. He is a writer.
Okay.
A singer.
Glory, Lord.
An actor.
Come on now.
Motivational speaker.
Hey.
A philanthropist.
Come on.
I could keep going.
A son, a daddy.
I'm gonna say Hollywood sibling star.
Hollywood baby brother.
Baby brother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Give it up. Welcome to the show, Gabriel Cannon.
Man, we in the building, man. It's a pleasure. You know what I mean? I'm over here on the left-hand side with my brother Lefty. We left-handed. You know
we in our
saying?
right mind. We in
our right mind. We left-handed, but we in our right mind. Glory, Lord.
Yeah, that part. Listen, man, there's so many things. First of all, thank you so much for doing the show. Super excited for what's going on. And I've known your brother Ruben for like almost 10 years.
Crazy. Shout out Ruben.
Shout out to Ruben. And then for those who don't know and you're wondering the last name Cannon, yes, this is Nick Cannon, baby brother.
Man, we outside, man. I'm the big little brother. You know
little brother.
I still let him punch me in my chest when we see him. Like, you know what I mean? I still got to give him the big brother lane.
Yeah, I feel you.
Got to do it.
So listen, man, one of the things that I love about your family is it's like, so 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 1 is 3. And what I mean by that is, when I first met Nick, he gave my kids an opportunity on a show called Drop That Seat.
And now let's meet our green team.
Hi, I'm EJ.
And I'm Kiara. And we are the Dribbling Siblings.
My dad is a former Harlem Globetrotter legend. We play football, basketball, golf. No matter what it is, we're always trying to do it together.
With the prize money, I'm going to get a new phone
and a new basketball rebounding machine.
Team Dribbling Siblings, and that is a total of $1,210.
Congratulations.
So, how do you guys feel?
I feel good.
You feel good? You should. You guys did amazing. Now, I want to hear some noise for Team Dribbling Siblings. It is always lit at Drop That Seat. So DJ, play my song.
Okay.
Right? And then he gave my son an opportunity on his talk show in Harlem, the Nick Cannon show.
Nick Cannon show, yeah.
Showed me love out the gate.
It's fire.
Then I met Ruben. Ruben showed me love out the gate.
That's
then
fire.
I met you. Showed me love out the gate.
That's love,
But what I love about it was none of you knew that I knew
the other brother.
That's
crazy. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
And
crazy.
it's important that I mention that too, because it was that genuine.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It was love. It was genuine. And I truly, 3,000% appreciate y'all because y'all are definitely
Man,
real.
man.
10 toes down.
10 toes, man. I appreciate you because when I seen you, just to see the image of a black man, you know what I mean, just out there getting it. I don't know if you ain't got the ring on you had when I seen, you know what I mean? But just blinging. But at the same time, you had your son with you, you had your family with you, and it was obvious all of y'all was about y'all business. Like the way you move, the way the family move, it's like you knew everything and every moving part. And so I sat back from afar and just admire a general move, like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, in this industry, like, you know, knowing who your son is, like, you know what I mean? And the trail he's blazing out here in this industry, but to see where he got it from, you know what I mean? So, man, I just salute you, your whole family for how y'all moving out here, because it's inspiration, man. And you don't see too much of that, especially in this industry. You'll see one, but to see the whole squad, like to see the whole family, man. So that was fire.
For me, you know, it was important to me that when we moved as a unit. Right. That it wasn't just one. Because usually on set, you know, they used to saying maybe one parent or, you know, one sibling. Right. And so my kids are used to this business and they know how to operate when they're on set, when they're in a room, when they're in a meeting. It's not like your average Joe. They understand this is business.
You can see it.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. This is bro opportunity. This is sis opportunity. This is mommy's opportunity. This is daddy's opportunity. So my kids understand the business. You gotta understand, I took my son EJ to his first business meeting. We were in Culver City, a shoe company, Peak. It was a Chinese shoe company. And he was hearing 7 figures that they were trying to throw. And we got up and, you know, left the meeting. And so he understands, like, oh, no, this is about business. So
real.
He understands how we rolling.
Yeah.
Listen, man, this is one thing I always say is that people always, you know, they see the glory, but they don't understand the story. Man. 2 things we want to talk about. Number 1, we want to go into what is it like to be the sibling of a huge star. Right. And the reason why I would ask that question is because my son became the lead of a network television show at the age of 11. Right. He was 11 when they shot the pilot. And you haven't seen that on network television, that young African-American, since Jaleel White and Family Matters. Right. And so it automatically, I know how it goes when the machine gets involved, because I was a globetrotter. And once the machine gets involved, it takes you literally all over the world overnight. Poof. You know what I'm saying? And so he literally became like a superstar overnight. What's going on? I hope everyone's enjoying the podcast. Listen, I have a brand new hot honey that's getting ready to come out. That's right. You heard it right. Hot honey. Harold Lefty Williams hot honey. Listen, when flavor meets fire, legends are made. and this is what we put together. I've teamed up with Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen, and we came up with the Honey Bee Hotness. This is amazing. Shout out to Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen. Thank you for the opportunity to have this collab and have my own Honey Bee Hotness. For more information on this, go to honeybeehotness.com. honeybeehotness.com. Like, share, comment on this episode. Hope you're enjoying it. Now back to the show.
Overnight.
What is it like? Because I always talk to my younger son and my older daughter, because she's the oldest. They all followed her. Mm-hmm. She wanted to do this. Mm-hmm. They followed her.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so the issue was that my daughter grew 11 inches in one summer.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Listeners, yes, you heard that correctly.
Yeah.
She grew 11 inches
in
one summer, and it put her in timeout.
Wow.
Yeah, put her in timeout. She network tested for a Disney show called Sydney to the Max, and she didn't get it. And then she grew, and so now it's like, okay, well, we want her to do bully roles or this. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that.
Right.
We're not doing
right.
that.
Right.
So
right.
she had to watch from afar. And I said, you know, kind of like, yo, your turn is coming. Mm-hmm. What else are we gonna do? And there's certain people who didn't believe in her, and I'm not going name call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know who you
y'all
are.
Know who y'all are.
you know who you are.
Right.
You know, they didn't believe. And we just kept going, and I just kept encouraging her. And then I discovered her pen. when I realized how phenomenal of a writer
Oh, the
she
one that
was.
put out the video.
Yeah, Kiara. Shout out to my daughter,
she's
Kiara
fire.
Kiki Woods.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Don't I have a say? Yeah. So and shout out to Marvin Winans, the whole Winans family. Shout out to my family.
You know the Winans?
That's my family, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, shout out to
Tomorrow, you know the Winans? Come on now.
Shout out to Coconut. That's my bro,
Wow.
man. That's my bro. He's supposed to be doing the show, so that's my bro. When I tell you it's my bro, that's been my bro for a long time, almost 20 years.
Man, that's
Yeah, that's my bro. He's genuine. He's an amazing singer, writer, all that. But anyway, back to what I was saying.
Wow.
I discovered her pen and her pen, and I realized, why am I still writing? Because she's a way better writer than me.
Fire.
When I can just push her. When I tell you she is a phenomenal writer.
Right.
And so we just started doing some of those things. She has a lot of things that she has already written, from films to television series and things like that we're trying to pitch right now. We're actually, shout out to Peter Parker.
Hey.
We're actually getting ready to shoot a sitcom with her, my son EJ. We just gonna shoot it ourselves.
Man, your whole team is just y'all whole energy. Like, I met Peter Parker too. And it's like, bro, give me a song. The song play for like 20. I'm gonna send you a treatment. 20 seconds. And it's like the love that oozes off y'all, man. Like, salute to the whole squad. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so her pen was phenomenal, and I had to really kind of like look at her and say, your time is coming.
Right.
Don't quit. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. And so, looking at the position of Nick going first, being larger than life, because he is a young age. And same thing, like I said, my son started young. What is it like for you to have to? Do you feel like you have to follow that? Do you feel like what is it like?
Man, yeah, it originally came from my pops. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know, when the camcorders was camcorders. They like big old boom boxes. You know, he changed his life. He was out here in San Diego. I don't know if you know the history. He started one of the original gang sets in San Diego. Really? Yeah. And really just changed his life, found Christ, and kind of left that life behind after a lot of damage he's done to this community, you know, and really just told it, I mean, on the verge of almost death, like, you know, told God, hey, if you give me some sons, you know, I'll give them to you. And here you come now. He got 5 boys. His oldest is Nick Cannon. So, you know, he was faithful to that promise by, you know, we couldn't listen to nothing but, you know, if it was worldly music, Michael Jackson. If it wasn't Michael or the Jackson 5, it had to be the Winans. Like, that's why we know the Winans, the Commissions, because that's all we could listen to. Because, you know, his past was so reckless that, you know, he wasn't giving us none of that. You know, only the Bible, or it was Martin Luther King, Jesus, or Bruce Lee. Like, you know what I mean? Bruce Lee. Yeah, them was our idols that he gave us. So, you know, with that, it was just like he gave Nick his camera. So we became his actors. So, you know, that's where it came, like, you know, the soundtrack, filming of it. You know, we in the living room, you know, we would put broomsticks in the weights and pretend we the Jacksons. That's why I found out I can't sing. Ruben was the singer. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I got to be Tito, baby. And so it was really those origins, but we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's like, Hollywood was so far away. So this is just what we did to bond with each other. But, you know, Nick was back and forth from San Diego to North Carolina. So when Nick moved back, he kind of took everything my dad was showing us, because my dad was one of those pastors. He had you know, back in the day at night, the pastors would be on the DET channel. He ain't had no prayer calls or nothing. He was like, Lord, but you know, God. But he definitely had a cable access prayer network, and so when he would let Nick host kind of some of the cable access stuff. But at the same time, Nick is running the cameras and behind the board, so that's where it comes from, him being the youngest staff writer in Hollywood history, not knowing, like, you know, my dad had him front row on his public access channel. So
let me pause you real quick, because I don't want to miss the opportunity to encourage a listener, to encourage a viewer. Listen, you may feel like that you're not in position just yet, but do not despise small beginnings.
Preach.
Right? You don't know why you're in the position that you're in. You heard him say his dad had his brother Nick, you know, out front and center all the time, and then from that to being the youngest writer right, in Hollywood. That's a blessing within itself.
Right.
Do not despise where you are, because you don't know what your tomorrow is, right?
Preach.
Like I played off that. You said the line,
Tomorrow. See? You know what I'm saying, baby?
You don't know what your tomorrow is. I'm sorry, but go ahead, keep going.
That's fire. That's fire. So yeah, it just was really that. You know, Hollywood was so far away, but you know, Nick was the type to, you know, we hear a lot of stuff, and like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we wait till we grow up to bump out, like, dang, my mom was right. You know, they tell us that, you know, I'm learning that, you know, they'll tell us, make sure you be wise when you pick a wife, make sure you look at her mama, make sure you, and now getting older, you look at your baby mamas, it's like, that's why y'all was saying that. But, you know, with that, like, Nick was really take everything my dad was saying serious, you know, because, you know, he was coming from Hollywood to live with my dad. We was in there with my dad. So everything my dad said was gold to him. So he take it back to Hollywood.
That's how it was for me and my grandfather.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Thomas Williams. You can see I got him right here on my
that's fire.
On my chest. He was like more like he was my grandfather, he was more like my father. Like anything my grandfather said to me was gold. And you said it, you couldn't like, you had to prove I need to see physical proof.
Right.
That it wasn't
true.
That it wasn't truth. Because if he said it, it was truth.
I'm internalizing everything.
Facts,
and that's kind of how he was with it. And so yeah, he took that and just started developing his own TV shows. For me, you know, we back in North Carolina though. So Nick comes and he started rapping and he started getting the Nickelodeon thing with Keenan and Kel. Imagine, you know, I'm back in North Carolina, I'm dark skinned, I don't look like no Nick Cannon. you feel me? And so I'm come on, laugh.
Bro, I'm laughing because I mean, look, you see me, we the same way, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's like, you know, so I would come to school with these, I would have to prove it. Like, you know what I mean? I would have to bring baby pictures and look, this me and then him right here. And it's like, you know, we're in North Carolina, but, you know, when Nick would come and Drumline came out, kind of changed my life. You know, we call it our class Ashy the Classy story.
It's a classic, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when that came out, he started touring like all the black colleges, was able to go with him. And, you know, he take, you know, those people were saying, that ain't your brother, black ass. Like, you know, he pulling up now. Like, you know what I mean? That's him. That's, you know, and almost, you know, I went from writing poetry, girl, roses I read, to I got about 4 girlfriends now. You know what I mean? Because bro on TV. So it kind of just changed the trajectory of everything. You know, we was into sports, baseball, you know. Ruben had a scholarship. Ruben was so good in baseball. They was looking at me like, he left hand, he pitched. They was gonna take me to the Seattle Mariners because Ruben was so good. Like, you know what I mean? I'll take both of them, you know. But like you're saying, the double-edged sword of Hollywood, like you said, like what's the being in that position? Right. You so close to the light. You know, me and Ruben got this opportunity to go grind it out with the Mariners, but Nick over here shooting, wilding out, and they casting about 30 wilding out girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we're 17, 18, you know, so it's almost like go over here, put in this, or Capo got us, like, you know what I mean? Like, they go to girls, you see them outfits they be having on left, you know, so it was really that to where we were so close to the light that you can almost miss what God has for you.
That's true.
You know, even with me, like I kind of almost lost my identity because I didn't look like bro. You know what I mean? Because, you know, even in our culture, I found out when I'm teaching and stuff that is real prevalent in the Hispanic culture too, the colorism, the darker you are, the like, you know what I mean? They come, so many people, that boy look like a lit match. Like, you know what I mean? You know? And so we internalized that. I remember that I hollered at that girl at like 10 and you know who black ass, like, you know, and then being in college and that comment still kind of affecting, like, because obvious shorty is on you, but because of these labels that was put on you, you kind of hesitate. Am I this or am I that?
I hope everyone's enjoying the show, but listen, I need for you to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Please do it for your boy, Harold Lefty Williams. Now back to the show. The reason why I asked that is because I watched how my daughter had to patiently wait her turn as her brother was on billboards in Times Square. Right. As her brother was on the side of buses in LA. Billboards in Georgia and just literally in Chicago, all across the country. Right. And so it's important that as parents, that you're constantly talking to your children and staying in their ear, because you can't talk your way into a season that's not your season.
Fire. Right.
It's nothing that you can do about that.
Right.
You know, I lived a whole life called, no. And that's all I heard, right? And I had to realize that a delay is not a denial.
Preach.
And no matter what I was going through, blessings delayed wasn't blessings denied.
Right.
That no matter what, I'll be like a tree that's planted, and as the wind is blowing and the leaves are shaking, I will emerge with strength, and I won't be moved.
Right.
And so I had to identify with that for myself. And because I went through it, I was qualified to be able to talk to my children in those moments.
Right.
Right. Even with my youngest son, like CJ, he took off like the wind with Ellen and Steve Harvey with Little Big Shots.
Right.
And
Right.
he just
Right.
took, he exploded.
Gone, yeah.
He just was so young. And actually, he had the success first, even before EJ.
Really?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
he was booking commercials left and right. I mean, left and right. Pepsi, Walmart, everything. You can
Big
think of.
commercials.
Toy Top. I'm talking about national spots.
Wow.
And so you say, how do I manage that? And as a father, we were able to do that. Really quickly, let's jump forward to you get the opportunity to do a show.
Yeah.
Claim to Fame.
Claim to fame, baby.
My wife loves that show.
That's dope.
When I tell you, she loves.
She told me she was rooting for me, made me feel good because back in the day, if you watched ABC, the world saw it.
Yeah,
but
facts.
now because of technology,
You just go back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
What was that like for you?
man, just to piggyback on what we was just talking, it was confirmation because I fell into what we was just talking about. You think your season has passed you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You think, okay, I guess this bro lane, I'm comfortable being second fiddle, baby, which, is good. It breeds humility. It breeds, you get that learning curve, all of that. But it was almost for me, God saying, hey, you thought I forgot about you?
Right.
And then it was so, for me, tailor-made, because the show is basically a bunch of celebrity relatives in the same house. I'm in there with Eddie Murphy's daughter, Alicia Keys' brother, Dolly Parton's niece. I got into it with Donny Osmond's son. Like, how did that even happen? But that's my dog. But yeah, and so it was almost like God was just like, you forgot I'm God? Let me show you how easy I could tell. Let me show you how tailor-made I can give. And so for me, it was like whoever had this idea,
Come on, man.
when God gave it to them, he had to be thinking about me. Like, you know what I mean? And then just, if you watch the episode, because you didn't know I was Nick Cannon's brother until the last episode.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you. So how did it make you feel on the reveal? So I don't want to, those of you who have not watched it, you need to go watch Claim to Fame. It is amazing.
Man.
But at the reveal, right, when someone's going home and their journey has ended, they reveal who their claim to fame is.
Look at that smile.
We knew it.
Incredible. Wow. You kept your secret the entire time. That's amazing.
I was way off, Chris.
Tell us finally who you are, what is your real name, and how are you related to the amazing Nick Cannon?
Man, so my name is Gabriel Cannon. Nick is my older brother.
Oh, amazing.
My dad gave Nick his big old camera, and we became his little actors, and that's kind of why he became the youngest staff writer in Hollywood and created the show Wild 'N Out. He holds Masked Singer. He married Miss Mariah Carey. I had the privilege of going on tour with her.
Hey.
So that rap stuff, I've been doing that.
Especially Drumline. That's like the best
And
movie ever.
Drumline changed my life, y'all. It's an honor to be here with all of y'all and just to represent everything he did and done and continue to do.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel seeing a video message from your brother Nick?
From Nick, I was proud, man. I was so proud just to represent everything, because the show is, he told me I owe him some money. I got him the show but to represent, all the clues was about him, the things he's done, but to represent him, even though I got into it with somebody, I still was, even though it was a game, I still tried to play with dignity and honor.
Absolutely.
I still tried to, uphold morals, even though sometimes we had to be cutthroat. But man, to reveal it I was proud. I was proud that it was him. The moments that he come through being canceled and counted out. Like I know after Drumline, before Wildin' Out, that Hollywood was done. Like they couldn't find nothing for Nick. I seen him get a bunch of girls out his cell phone, his homeboys who do comedy, rent out this little hole in the wall club and say, "Hey, y'all put these shirts on and we gonna party Wildin' Out." And people like.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we're going to do it for the little goofy. And to see where he's come. So for me, man, it was just.
It's over 20 years now.
Yeah, man. It was about time, because you get 20 years of interviews and you don't even know Nick Cannon got brothers. It's like about time somebody say something. But like I said, we was comfortable being the support. Like, what I mean? We from North Carolina. You did enough that we got to live in California. California was so far, that was the promised land for us.
What I could tell you is that you guys I've never seen you guys talk crazy about your brother.
Man.
I've never seen you guys misrepresent your brother. I just always seen you guys do what you see him do, which is just show love and just be real with the people who he's experiencing in real time. And that speaks volumes. Somebody is sitting there real quick, because we're running out of time. Someone's sitting there. This is your camera right here.
Okay.
And they're just saying, listen, man, I'm a relative to someone who's big. They might not be in television. They might be an athlete. They might not be an athlete, but they might be a successful doctor, a successful lawyer. They might be a political figure. I'm a relative of that person, but I feel like I've been hidden. I feel like I'm, what about me? Like, talk to them or whatever God will put on your heart for a few seconds on how they can bounce back. How do they position themselves to focus on where they are and what they need to do so they can rebound?
Man, I think you said it. It's about positioning. You got to understand why. For a long time, it's like, why, God, why did you put me in this position? Like, you know what I mean? To understand that position, to understand the leverage you could use from that position, the experience that you got from that front row seat. You know what I mean? If whoever that person is, we do get a learning curve to whatever industry it is. We do get an understanding. So to take those tools, what I end up doing, I end up going into the mentoring field. So everything I learned from shooting the behind the scenes of Wildin' Out, I'm taking those same games, and I'm in the juvenile hall. So I'm taking these kids who done committed murder, or that you read their rap sheets, they look like monsters. You know what I mean? But there's still a young man in there. There's still a kid in there. So I got them playing improv games, and you know what I mean? Just to see the life come back to him, the hope come back into him. So, I would say, hey, stop looking at the light and let's start looking for calling. What would you call to do? Your purpose. You have a one-of-one fingerprint. So if your fingerprint is one-of-one to if you commit a crime, they're going to come get you no matter where you move to. Imagine how unique your ideas are. Imagine how unique your calling is. If your fingerprint, something simple, is that unique to where they're going to find you, they're going to locate you. My ideas gotta be unique. My ideas gotta be one of ones. You know what I mean? So I would say find the uniqueness in you. Though I didn't look like, bro, I put these masks on trying to, okay, I don't look like a Nick Cannon. Well, I'm gonna be funny like him, and I lost my own identity. But when I did begin to start looking for calling and my true identity, I started to find those gems that was inside of me. So I would say dig inside yourself, because just as bright as someone else's light is shine, you know what I mean? Sometimes the moon shine too, but that's from a reflection from light, baby, and you need that bad boy to see too, so figure it out. Sometimes you ain't gotta be the sun, you could be the moon, but at nighttime, that's how everybody sees. So I'd rather be a light in the darkness anyway.
That part. No, listen, I love it. Listen, I have a brand new book that's getting ready to come out. It's called The Art of Rebounding. It's about positioning, persistence, and purpose. It's going to change your life forever. It's going to help you bounce back, and you're going to be able to reclaim your next chapter. Join the waiting list today at theartofrebounding.com. One last question before we wrap this up. Each show I do what's called your Avengers or your top five, your Navy SEAL, like you're trying to send them in to get the job done. They're not allowed to lose. It's like, get it done. And you could say, you could relate it to sports and say, here's my top five, or you could relate it to humanity, to life, it could be as personal as you need, and say, hey, here's my top five. It might be someone personal to you. Okay. Who's your name? Very quickly, name your top five.
Man, I would say we're going to definitely start with my pops. I got to give it up to Pops. He definitely in there.
Shout out to Dad.
You know what I mean? I got to say MLK, Martin Luther King, just for how he looked inside his community, was able to deliver the message, his oratorial skills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Bruce Lee for sure.
Okay.
We got to put Bruce Lee in there. So we got my pops, Bruce Lee. We got
MLK.
Martin Luther King. We got two more. I got to, big bro be mad. You got to throw Nick in there. You know what I mean? You got to throw Nick in there. And Jesus, baby.
That
Glory,
part.
hallelujah, the
Yeshua.
Son of Man.
There you
You
go.
feel me? We got to put him in there
Yeah.
at the top. So I'm sorry, Pops. The Lord come before you, player.
Listen, I really appreciate you coming on. We definitely got to do this again. My God,
Man, yes,
I appreciate you. Listen, God will shift things around for you.
Man.
At the end of the day, no matter what, if it's for you, you can't lose it, right? If it's for you, you can't lose it. But if it's not for you, you have to understand you just can't keep it, right? Got to shift the plans for you. He'll turn it around for you. He'll make it happen for you. He'll turn it all the way around upside down. You have to get yourself in position. Do not confuse God's timing with an answer being no. Blessings delayed is not always blessings denied. But if it's not for you, you just can't keep it. You have to box out all of the opposition, what people are saying about you, what you are saying about you, because all of life happens in between these two ears,
Right.
And it's a deal breaker. It can make or break you. Trust me, I know it. I've been there.
Right.
I know what it's like to be this close. I know what it's like to enter in, but I also know what it's like to be denied.
Right.
I thank God for all of it because it made me who I am, and the doors that shut on me, I learned from them, and it was God's protection. So if a door's closed, it's not always, oh man, I didn't get it.
Right.
Sometimes, most times, it's God's protection.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I was signed to Def Jam, and I'll tell people, if that went the way we wanted it to go, you probably would have found out Nick Cannon had a brother from Gabriel Cannon has OD'd in a hotel. Like, if it went the way I wanted it to go.
Correct.
Like, so that's so powerful.
And so to be on the other side of that, and to be able to sit here and tell other people and encourage somebody, listen, I want to hear hold on from somebody who actually holding on.
Man.
I don't tell me, everybody want to quick to tell you a verse and quick to tell you what the Lord is saying or what this is saying. Everybody got a word, everybody got a message, everybody got an encouragement. Tell me your story. Because a lot of people, their most important truths go with them. They laying in a graveyard.
Absolutely.
And you never hear it. I want to hear you can make it from somebody who's made it. Right. I want to hear, there's water on the other side.
Right.
There's green grass on the other side of that. I need to hear that because it encourages me. I celebrate when people win.
Absolutely.
Because I know that, man, I'm next.
Right.
I know
I'm
that
close to the blessing.
I'm close.
Man.
I'm too close.
Too close.
I'm too close. I don't confuse closed with close. I don't.
You got bars, baby.
I don't confuse closed with close.
Right.
Yeah. I'm close. It ain't closed.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where that's at. But I want everybody to know that you can make it, and you can. Listen, that's it of today's episode of The Art of Rebounding. Remember, the fall isn't what defines you. It's how you rise that writes your legacy. Whether you're rebounding from a loss, recentering your purpose, or just learning how to stand again, know this. You're not alone. You were made for more. You were built to bounce back. Until next time, keep showing up, keep positioning yourself, keep pushing with purpose because your rebound is not just coming. It's already in motion. Follow me on social media at Lefty Williams 42. I'm always down to hear about your comebacks. I want to hear about your breakthroughs. I really do. I promise you I do. Make sure that you subscribe, that you follow, that you like, that you share, that you comment. Tell somebody that knows somebody. Until next time, always remember, dare to dream.